You don't hate it?
I don't. I don't know if I'm just getting. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I hear it, and I start singing it, and I'm like, this is kind of nice.
I don't know why. When Christmas music rolls around, people always act like, "Oh, God damn it, you're playing it so fucking early."
Not again.
It's like happy music.
Yeah, it's like the most joyful fucking music you can listen to, and people act as if like, "Oh, God damn it, you're having a good time. I'm having a good time.
What is this?
Fuck you."
Yeah, it's like
No.
no one can have a good time. Everybody's just gotta be miserable.
No, people just want to bring you down to their misery. Christmas music has to be the happiest music on the planet.
You don't get tired of hearing the same shit every
See,
year?
there you go.
That's the one.
This is, I guess it's like a 1 in 4.
Yeah.
1 in 4.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. 1 in 4 hate Christmas music. What do you think, Gavin?
There's a difference. There's Christmas music that you listen to on Christmas Eve, which is like all the hymns and all the carols and stuff like that.
I don't listen to none of that shit.
But then there's Christmas jazz. And I can listen to Miles Davis sing Christmas music all day.
See, but do you listen to it not all year round, but like this block, like the next 3 weeks?
If I had it on a jazz playlist,
Okay.
and Miles Davis comes on singing a Christmas song,
He doesn't sing.
I'm gonna listen to it. I don't care what time
He plays.
But regular Christmas music, like if the Frank Sinatra Christmas album counts.
Christmas songs?
He doesn't
No,
sing
he
though.
doesn't sing them though.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, we got what you meant.
Yeah, we understand. Just doing that for the internet people that are picky.
Yeah, then the fucking sheep back there doesn't even know what Miles Davis does.
Fuck that guy. Unless it was you, Colin, then go to hell.
Anyway, yeah, we were walking around Waterford, and the Christmas music's already playing.
Yeah.
You can't help but
Is
just
it like the Mariah Carey shit though?
some of it.
Some of it. Sometimes,
It's like a mix.
Sometimes you get you just kind of get a little bit of everything. And I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, I mean, you get the show tunesy stuff like Dean Martin singing a Christmas song or
That's
something.
another one. I can listen to Dean Martin all day.
Yeah.
Ain't that a kick in the head?
All right. What's up, everybody? My name is Marco Dupa. That way, there's Adam Opicius Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Sports with Dave Romero.
I'm in here.
Gavin Benner off camera. And a special guest we have here today, Colin, the man who's always hooking us up with the good vibrations, the good brews. So,
You're
what's
already
going on,
from
guys?
yeah. How you been, man?
Been alright, man. Not too bad. Starting a new job, you know.
Nice.
So.
We wanted to bring you in. I mean, you're a beer enthusiast. You're the man, like I said, hooks us up with a couple of good brews that we've had on the podcast before, so it's good to have you in here. So let's get into what you brought, just without further ado.
Well, so what I brought is Barrel of Monks. It's their Christmas beer.
All right.
It's they're down in Boca. It's a Belgian strong ale. Cinnamon, clove, ginger, kind of a little bit of everything Christmas-like. Father Christmas is the official name.
Yes.
They're a great brewery. My buddy Andrew Stanton works there. He's starting to brew there and everything.
Right on.
So that's kind of what they're doing. They make strictly Belgian beers, but they're always doing all stuff. They're barrel aged and stuff. They're not distributing right now in Orlando, but by mid next year they're hoping to.
How'd you get this?
My buddy came up for a concert at where is it? House of Blues. I forget who was playing, but he was up here, so we checked that out. And we checked out Brass Tap for the first time, which was
Nice.
a really cool place.
Yeah, for good things.
Would you like the honors?
You got a bottle opener if you need it.
Have you been to the Dogfish Head Brewery too? I see you got the shirt on.
I actually grew
Is
up
that yours,
40 minutes from the brewery.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Sure you use that.
so
You won't need that.
I really am a big fan of Dogfish.
Yeah.
Sam, in my mind, can do no wrong. They actually just started. What are they going? They're making the hoppiest beer ever. He's working on it.
Of all time.
Now, okay,
All the time.
I have a question about that. Like, do you think that's like? I mean, that's a cool thing that they're doing, but at the end of the day, like when you drink that,
Oh, it's absurd.
do you think it's gonna? Right?
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm definitely agreeing that that's absurd. Like,
Right?
no-
Okay.
I tried that 1,000 IBU.
And it's like, okay, this is cool. Like, it's not. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It was okay.
And what about the
It's just too much.
the 20-minute?
Yeah.
120 minutes. Like I said, I mean, like it is a lot.
It's crazy.
It is.
Or no, I'm sorry, that one. And then what was the math one? What is
The
that?
higher math. I
Higher
haven't
math.
not even had that one yet.
Oh,
I've heard.
man.
I've heard very bad reviews.
It is so strong,
and
it's strong to a point where it's like, what did you like it? The higher math?
I liked it.
You liked it
because I have to think of it as a mead.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what everybody was saying.
Yeah.
It's more,
it definitely got to that point.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what he's always been though. Dolphus has always kind of been like, hey, we're a little weird, we're off-centric. Like their saying is off-centered ales for off-centered people.
Right.
So it's like, all right, still, he's out of his mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun seeing a brewery doing things like that, interesting things like that. So that I give him credit for that.
Ginger with this.
But yeah, definitely.
So when you get here? You said you grew up.
I grew up in Delray. Originally, I moved to Delray.
Uh-huh.
I lived in Delray for 2.5 years, and then my buddy moved up here with his girlfriend. I really didn't have much else to do. I got into UCF, and I said, "Why not? What the hell? Orlando seems fun." I came up a couple times, had a good time. Red light's always a blast.
Yes. Shout out to Red Light.
Their
Place is fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, they always got a beer list, and then like I'd go to a couple other places like. Barcade is always a fun one. I mean, just there was a growing beer culture here that I liked. Like, down south is more established. This is more like, okay, we're starting to realize that there's better stuff out there than Bud.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, is that one of the reasons that brought you here?
Yeah. I would say that, like, because I could have stayed down there. I mean, I was going to FAU.
Yeah.
But it was like, whatever. And I'm 25. Might as well move where I don't have anything holding me down.
This is true.
So,
Preach.
And Orlando, I mean, it's a good city. You just find the good spots in it. It's
find
good
good
city.
people. I mean,
Find the good people. That's right. I mean, are we good? Are we even?
I think so.
Are we good to go?
It's looking good.
Gavel.
Good.
Have you had? You said you had this.
I've had this. I have a very. I love Christmas beers.
Yeah.
Like it's something about like this the spiciness it has. Like it has. They all tend to have. For me, a little bit of nutmeg to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I just tend to like
this way. But okay. All right.
So, cheers, guys.
They're here. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you weren't kidding about the spices.
Yeah, it really comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, though, I find that it's usually hit or miss.
Yeah.
It's usually hit or miss. It's some people are like this is what I want, and then it seems. What do you think?
Oh, I like it.
You like it?
Yeah. No, I like it.
Yeah. No, me too.
I like when you get. I mean, we talked about it in the past with beers when they try to put too much fruit flavors into it and things that
Distract almost.
Right. I think this is like you're saying that it has the spices though. I don't think it's overbearing. So I like it. I can dig it.
Yeah.
What's the one that the Christmas one you like?
There's a Saint Bernardus. That's really good.
The
It's the one with the elephant.
Mm-hmm.
On the
Delirium.
Delirium.
That one.
Yeah.
Have we done that on the podcast? We did that on the podcast, right?
We've done the Tremens for sure.
We did the cherry.
What do you guys think of the cherry? I don't know if I heard that episode.
It was.
Oh, we did.
It was
Yeah.
red.
Yeah, it was the red one.
Yeah. I like the cherry.
Yeah, it was good. I still prefer Tremens for sure. That's my go-to, really. I mean, I really like the Belgian style beers.
Okay.
Like the Belgian Strongs.
Yeah.
Well, probably my favorite style. So.
Now, did you start with that? Did you
No.
start? Where did you kind of like?
I mean, I don't know. I think I kind of had a weird trajectory because I went from like the lighter beers, and then I went into like stouts, and then came back and kind of tasted something different in the Belgian style, like that allspice flavor and like sort of that warm taste that I really like in them. You can't have like a ton of it, but I really like just it's kind of perfect for me. Not on a hot day, maybe, but
That's a
good question though. Where would you say you started from, and
I
how did you?
think we all started from the light beers. And
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I
we
think
had
that's
that
kind of like
conversation
everybody's
before. Like, even though we drink these beers now, we still hold the light beer as kind of like a nostalgic place. That's where we all started. That's the college stuff. Now, since I started at light beers, I've kind of branched off and split into two directions of the spectrum. And I love the stouts, and I also love the IPAs. And so I can drink more IPAs than stouts, but both of them I have an affinity for.
yeah.
Yeah, I like the full. I mean,
Where did you start? I mean, besides, like, where did you kind of jump after doing the light? Where did you kind of jump?
I mean, I tried to go What?
It was hissing.
Oh,
You're
okay.
right from here.
I tried to do whatever these guys were doing, just go as far on each side of the spectrum as possible and see what I was digging and what I wasn't. I've learned that like beers that get too hoppy, not a huge fan of. Stouts, really big fan of. Can't have too many of them though. They're
So
incredibly
heavy.
filling. Yeah,
Yeah.
just too much. But I like the full body, full flavor type stuff. Porters, like real, like the milk stout stuff like that. I really like stuff like that. But again, can't have too many of them, which I guess is not a bad thing. Probably shouldn't have too
So
many.
some of them get up there. Some of them
Yeah.
you get really up there, and you're just like, Jesus,
Yeah.
this is good. But like, I have one beer. Like sometimes I want to have
Right.
2 or 3 beers, and it just be like, okay, cool. I had 2 or
Right.
3 beers, and I got to hang out instead of like if you drink this whole beer by yourself. Like, granted, this is a tall bottle, but I mean, it's still like, oh,
Still 10%.
yeah. So you drink it, and you're just like, oh,
What you got?
I remember vividly.
I remember my first beer.
I was 7. My dad handed it to me. Go boy.
My craft beer experience began drinking Bell's Two Hearted at Monk's in Tallahassee. And then I moved into a new house with your sister, and I don't know. I guess the internet doesn't know I'm dating your sister.
Yeah.
But anyway, and I would go up there all the time, just turning me either after work or after school or something. And I was always drinking Bud Light until I got there, and then I'd start drinking Two Hearted because it looked cool on the tap, and then I just fucking fell in love with IPAs.
I mean, that is a good beer. I mean, it's so easy to get right now, but I had it like a week or 2 ago, and it still holds up.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's I find the biggest problem is that like with me at least, like I'll go into a liquor store and like I'll look at them and I'll be like, oh, okay, you guys just have this. Like I've seen them, even though all these beers are great. It's just I've had Two Hearted. I've had Highlight.
Yeah.
I mean, Highlight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I like
that's
my
the thing,
go-to, though.
They start out as like these smaller brands, but the quality of them just skyrockets them into just basically being on every shelf. You can buy a fucking Two Hearted at a Publix.
It's definitely hard to push someone into the craft beer spectrum because I can't get my dad to drink any of the shit I drink.
Yeah. Oh, same with me. Same with me. Like he thought that Yingling was special. I gave him one of those and he goes, it's pretty good. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. It's not bad.
It's not a bad beer.
It's not bad, yeah.
No, yeah. I've given my dad, I think it was like an Imperial Red once. It's probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
But he drank, he's like, this isn't beer. What is this?
What drugs did you put in this?
No, I mean, I had my parents down for, they were down in March, and we went to World of Beer downtown, which, shout out to World of Beer, they're great, really nice, and my mom drinks Coors Light strictly. Like, she does not drink anything else, and like, at first I used to kind of joke with her, like, come on now, like, really? And now I'm just like, whatever, if that's what you want to drink, but she had Deuce House Caramel Cream Ale, she really liked that, and so like, my dad will try like some like German style beers. So like they're a little adventurous, but at the same time, it's like I feel like after you get to a point in your age, you're just like, I'm not gonna try.
Yeah. Once old school people like that, it's like you get stuck. I feel like I'm getting stuck in like certain it's really hard for me to kind of like discover new music, for instance. Like I feel like I'm starting to get to a point where I'm 25 also, and it's like,
Have you heard of Tiesto, Marco?
who?
Tiesto?
No,
I think you'd like it.
I don't listen to Latino music.
What'd you say?
I said I don't listen to Latino music.
It's the Tiesto Bowl.
But it's I don't know. It's just getting harder and harder to like. I don't know. Get into newer music. Yeah,
get into anything. I mean,
I don't know. When you look at your parents and you go, how have you not heard of this? Like, how have you not kept up with these kinds of things? Maybe, I don't know what the age is to where you stop paying attention to new things. But there definitely is a limit that you hit where you go, no more.
See, I think it's more, you kind of change. You're kind of like, okay, like I used to be into finding the newest music every time. And now I'm like, okay, I know my band. If I want to find a new band, I'll find a new band.
Right.
But like,
I think beer is completely different
Oh,
than
definitely.
what you're talking about, though. Like, there's going to be things that you will do for the rest of your life, but beer is different in that the craft beer scene is fairly new, and it's exploded, and it's become a culture. our parents didn't drink beer as a culture. They found a beer that they liked, and they stuck with it because it got them drunk, so they could not worry about picking out a beer. They could worry about how much they're going to need to enjoy what they're actually doing with their lives.
Yeah,
like
true.
the parties and stuff like that. So they had 8
You're right.
choices.
They didn't have the booming
Yeah.
industry that we have, the choices that we have. Yeah, true.
Beer is the
This
experience
past
now,
week,
it's
it
not
just
just-
became as of before, like last week, there was like 1857. There was more breweries than ever before, and then a lot of them closed. And this last week, they just got we just passed it again.
Nice.
So there's more breweries in America than
We
ever
did it.
before.
We did it. We did it.
Go America.
So go us.
Terrorists have not won yet.
Nope.
Not yet, baby. Not yet.
That was good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
let's get into this.
All
Yeah,
right.
Let's do it.
Reel us in.
All right. I guess the first thing that we want to kind of... I was going to say trailer trash, but it's not really trailer trash because there's the Captain America Civil
not
War
trash.
trailer. And they're not trash also. That's the name of the bit. Can't really call it anything else no matter how good they are. So there's that.
That's my line.
There's more. They've been releasing more Star Wars trailers.
Yeah.
Then there's the Hateful Eight, which is, I guess they had a teaser trailer.
There was a teaser, yeah.
And then the Twitter reaction to the screenings that we've been seeing.
Yeah.
But let's get into Captain America first.
Yeah.
First of all, the trailer itself.
Did you see it, sir?
Have you seen? Okay. All right. That trailer. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm kind of pumped. Not gonna lie. That looks like a hell of a movie. Like I didn't see the second one yet, and I'm gonna have to like.
Oh, that
I'm
one's
gonna have
good.
to see
Second Captain America?
yeah,
That
and
one's
everybody
good.
said that was
Yeah.
like.
Winter Soldier's so good.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna watch.
Oh, yeah.
I love Winter
So
Soldier.
good?
So good.
I love
Maybe it has
the
to
Winter
be-
Soldier.
I love Winter
That's
Soldier.
what my roommate was saying. He he doesn't even he really is really anti anything like comic books, anything like that. And now he's like, because of that movie, he watches Avengers. He watches
Yeah.
all of this.
That
now
makes
because
sense.
of-
It's real good.
So like,
Yeah, it's that. I mean, did we see it together?
Yeah, we all saw it
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
On your left.
Huh?
On your left.
What?
On your left.
What?
The
On your left.
movie.
On your left.
On my left?
On your left. I'm just gonna repeat it until you get it.
All right.
I don't
On your
get
left.
It's a line from
On
the
your
movie.
left.
oh, from the movie.
On your left.
Oh, got it. The
Who's
first
on your-
scene in the movie.
On your left,
with
he's
Anthony
gone.
Mackie.
Yeah, I have to.
When they were jogging, and then he kept saying on your left
Mm.
because he's faster than him.
There we go.
I mean, in real life, he's not gonna be faster than him. No matter how much super juice they put into him, he's not gonna be faster than Anthony Mackie. It's a white dude and a black dude, and they're jogging next to each other.
I mean, you gotta call it out and see it, though.
I mean, come on, he's not gonna be faster.
Did you see him in?
Maybe. Is that what made
he's
that
on
scene
Michael,
funny?
Michael. B. Jordan, right?
Is that what made that scene?
I have not seen Creed yet.
Look at this white boy.
Have you guys seen Creed?
I don't think
yet?
anyone
We
has seen
haven't
Creed.
we haven't seen
right?
Creed yet. No.
It's
no.
getting like rave reviews.
It looks
Everybody's
good.
Saying it. Everybody's saying like this is like it's starting up the franchise again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is really
they're
interesting.
Saying,
It's
they're
like
saying
Michael B. Jordan has a career again.
Sylvester Stallone could get an Oscar nomination because the guy who directed Fruitvale Station, he directed this,
Yeah.
and they're saying that he really reined in Sylvester Stallone, let him do a lot of subtle stuff, and
Now-
he could get an Oscar nod for it.
Did Stallone write this movie, or
I don't think so.
No, I don't
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he didn't have anything to do with
So he's
it.
strictly
Somebody
an
came
actor.
to him.
Producing
Somebody came to him
and-
with
yeah.
the idea.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he was done with the franchise after Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, I mean,
or about
I would have killed it.
yeah.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
but it was good though.
No, the first 4 or 5 are killer movies.
But what I'm saying, the sixth one, the one where he's old
yeah,
and he
it's-
comes back and he fights I forgot.
Yeah, what's his name?
Antonio Tarver,
I think it's
Yes,
Tarver.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
Tarver. It's Tarver. Yeah.
Mason the Line Dixon.
Yeah. Whatever, man.
Pretty bad.
that's
pretty
what I mean.
terrible.
That's
Terrible. That's terrible.
That's a really cool name.
But
Mason the Lion Dixon.
yeah, they're saying Creed looks amazing. So yeah, we need to see that. But back to Captain America, Civil War. I mean, I think that storyline could. I think it should have been an Avengers movie, but I know they have like the Infinity War thing that they're doing
Yeah.
with the third Avengers movie. But Civil War could have been another Avengers
But
movie.
I-
I think it's strange that
It
they're
needs to be its
hinging it
own
on.
trilogy.
I feel like
Yeah.
what they're doing with the Captain America movies, though, now is they're making them their own sort of tentpole things. You know, they're the secondary Avengers movies because there are so many people in these movies, so
Yeah.
many of the Avengers. in them that it's like it's not really a Captain America movie. Sure, he's one of the stars in it, but this is equally an Iron Man movie from the looks of it.
Yeah, and everything that happened in
Seems focused around Captain America's decisions.
Yeah, true. He is the focus of the film, but I'm saying there's so many supporting characters and different things that are going on that impact the entire world more than like a Thor movie has.
Like that's what I was going to say about Winter Soldier. The events in Winter Soldier had far-reaching consequences in the universe.
Even to the TV show.
Right, they went down to the shows and
everything.
stuff. So yeah, they could be like that secondary Avengers.
There's a spin-off from Captain America.
What?
Oh yeah, Agent Carter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's true.
Yeah, so that's how important the Captain America aspect of the universe is. It's pretty interesting. I didn't realize that. But it's going to have a lot of people in it, like aforementioned Tony Stark.
Mm-hmm.
Love Robert Downey Jr., love Tony Stark, so that's going to be fun to see him in it.
The cut in the trailer where he's getting his ass kicked.
Not a fan of that. It was awesome. It looked brutally awesome. Don't like seeing Tony get his ass kicked like that.
Especially not by Captain America.
Nah.
Just getting jumped.
Yeah, I don't like that. They're
Oh my God.
just giving it to him, man.
Refrain spoilers for someone who has not seen Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Fair enough.
Appreciate that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody dies.
But in the trailer, we do get the first look at Black Panther.
Yes. Yep.
Exciting.
His costume looks awesome.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not doofy looking.
Yeah.
It's a respectable character.
Right, and none of them have been.
What is his
Fully-
role? Now, I don't know the whole franchise that well, so I don't understand Black Panther's kind of role in it.
They make a lot of reference to him in Winter Soldier, so it's kind of hard to.
And Avengers 2.
Avengers
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
So Black Panther is a...
Or no, I'm sorry, just Avengers, not in Winter Soldier. I think they make one reference to him in Winter Soldier, but
King?
Yeah, he's a king.
yeah.
King in Africa. I forgot the name of the country that he's king of. But in the land that he rules has the highest concentration of adamantium.
Okay.
They make reference to...
Oh no, it's unobtainium.
Unobtainium?
Yeah, it's
the
what the
thing
shield's
had-
made out of.
Yeah.
Not adamantium.
Maybe
It's
because
called-
of
No,
the
'cause
rights,
that's-
they
no,
couldn't
no.
say adamantium?
No, because that's what they make Ultron out of.
Yeah, but I mean, like... Okay, I have to look into this. I'm pretty sure Cap's shields and Wolverine's skeletons
Let's be real. There's like 500 authors of these things, so it could have crossed
Yeah, but I'm
paths.
thinking because of the rights, because Sony
Yeah.
has X-Men. You can't
Right.
say
Adamantium.
Right.
Adamantium.
But
Yeah.
And
in,
that
the
probably
in the
is-
comics,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was adamantium.
I love that
Unobtainium.
name, too.
No,
I love
I-
it. I don't know why
We
anybody ever
can't
discussed it.
obtain the license. What are we going to call it?
Unobtainium.
Unobtainium?
You're a genius, Bill.
Shit.
What is the
Yeah, like that
element-
somebody sat there and was like,
what's
that's
the
the idea.
element
There we
in,
go.
Avatar?
What?
What's the element in
Oh,
Avatar?
that was another one that was just like a weird...
I
It's a
don't-
very strange,
I've-
like very obvious name.
I've
can't
washed
find
my
it
mind of that
anywhere.
movie.
Yeah, like...
Anywhere else but here.
Like, oh, what was it?
But anyway,
It's really bad.
no, he has a pivotal role in it because he, you know what? God, it's been a while since I've read Civil War.
Yeah.
But it is a franchise in its own.
Yeah, Black Panther has his own shit.
Oh yeah.
But like
Oh, I'm
Civil
sorry.
War,
It's-
The Civil War storyline is
quick-
Unobtainium is from.
Quick correction. It is Vibranium
Yeah.
is the name of it.
So whereas Avatar is unobtainium.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one. Okay, all right, there you go.
That makes a little
That
bit more
that
sense.
ridiculous fucking name. That's what. Yeah.
No, I heard it before. I was like,
From the man that brought you Titanic.
oh,
Vibranium. Okay.
James.
But the whole thing of Civil War in the comics was the superhero registration act.
Right.
Tony Stark is for it. Captain America is against it.
Yeah.
So that's what they're mainly butting heads about. And it's pretty cool because in the comics, Tony Stark brings Peter Parker to reveal his identity. And in the comics, Peter Parker is actually the Iron Spider. So eventually, Peter Parker gets a suit from Tony Stark with 6 arms that helps him
That's
fight.
badass.
that is really,
And
really cool.
I'm really curious how they're going to introduce Spider-Man to this franchise.
Yeah.
And kind of meld it with Civil War. Because I'm guessing they're just going to do like a parallel, not like a verbatim translation of it to film.
No, it can't be. From what we've seen, like there are things that are clearly not the same as they were in the film or in the comic because Fantastic Four had a lot to do with that.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then
So they're not even
They're going to have
in
to
there.
find a Spider-Man that they can hold on to. I mean,
they
this is getting.
They cast a young guy, like he's what 14 or something, 15.
15,
Yeah,
something, and they had so much potential with where they could have gone with it, and they still went with Peter Parker.
Yeah.
You hate the
I
casting?
hate the casting.
Hey, he's just some generic looking white kid.
If it was Andrew Garfield, yeah.
I'd rather be Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
See, I still am okay with it because I haven't seen a live action Spider-Man that's actually a kid.
You want to get into that?
Yeah.
Take a second. All right. Let's take a second real quick. Switching gears. Not really switching gears.
We are switching gears.
Switching beers, not switching gears.
Switching gears. You wanna drop the?
This is the Left Hand Milk Stout, bittersweet Imperial Coffee Stout.
A variation of the
We were just
left-hand
talking about
stout.
stouts, and now I'm happy that we're getting into one. So
Because it's the holidays, and we can gain 20 pounds if we want. It's winter coating.
Already ahead of you, buddy.
yeah, girl.
That's the worst
Yeah,
thing
me
about
too.
Florida.
Went to the
Florida,
doctor
that's
today.
like up north. You have from like mid to late November
Yep.
until like early to late March.
No one knows we're in Florida.
Oh god, did I break the? Oh god.
So I'll put our jackets back on. Make people
It's
think
so
it's cold.
chilly.
Oh god.
Here in Anchorage.
I went outside. Haven't had 6 months of daylight yet.
It's still dark out.
Winter weight is really important to my survival.
Oh, man.
But all right, so yeah.
No, but my thing with the Spider-Man is like, I don't know. It's like, I mean, like the third Spider-Man original movie. Terrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
too many
yeah, yeah.
villains that you weren't focused. Like he got emo at one point.
There was a dance number.
There was a dance, and I was like, okay, guys, I got that one. Let's get rid of this. But
Yeah.
then the second one, and I watched the first, and the new Spider-Man was good,
Yeah.
and then
Then they did it again.
they did it again. and
They
it's-
went.
Yeah, they didn't learn from their mistakes. Strange, because the part 3, the Sam Raimi part 3 was universally panned.
Right.
You would think that they would go, oh, that was one of the big things that people didn't like about that movie. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or they doubled down on it.
Right, they're just like, you know what? No, we know what's good. Let's try this. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, but
Fuck that movie.
that's really what everyone.
What really sucks about that franchise, but it's good at the same time, is how badly Andrew Garfield fucked it up. And not fucked it up, but kind of shot himself in the foot and got himself fired from being that role ever
Right.
again. Because it had a lot of potential. It followed a lot of the lore.
Yeah.
But I guess the silver lining is that Sony went, shit, we lost a lot of money. How are we going to get this back?
Yeah.
Okay, let's put him in an actual Marvel movie.
Yeah. So
Everything ends
here's to
as it
Andrew
should.
Garfield being a dickhead.
Here.
Woo!
Fucking Americans. Lack of cultural sensitivity.
He's actually English, Kevin.
Fucking English. That's even worse.
That's good.
Oh, that's tasty.
Wow.
A lot of coffee.
Yep.
A lot of coffee. Vanilla.
I didn't have my coffee today, so a little bit of cut garden hose.
Oh,
Some
We're
leather.
gonna talk about this?
we'll get to that because that's funny. I want to hear about that.
Some Italian leather.
But okay, let's switch it a little
A
bit.
little bit of a Hyundai
There was-
V6 exhaust.
There were like I said, well, okay, Star Wars. Should we?
Wait. Let me finish. Let me freaking finish, Marco.
Cut him.
What I was saying about Spider-Man, I know we're kind of done with this already, but we haven't seen a live-action Spider-Man that's actually a kid. And he's supposed to be a high school kid.
You like kids?
Not that much. So,
Good answer.
I'm happy to see the interpretation of Spider-Man the appropriate age he's supposed to be. Because Andrew Garfield is like he looks like he's in his mid-20s in the
No,
films.
he's not. He's a high school senior, Adam.
Yeah, look at his skateboard. He's clearly a high school senior.
Ain't no enough 15-year-old gonna beat my ass.
That one Steve
No, but that is an
Buscemi
interesting
photo
point,
of him with
though.
the skateboard,
That's-
like, "Hey kids, where are the drugs?"
That isn't a solid point though. That is because like that really, I like that. I never thought about it like that, and that's a solid point.
Yeah, so I want to see what he does with it. I mean, you look at him and you're like, oh, he's not a badass, but let's see.
I mean, he's never was supposed to be, right? Until,
It's supposed to be a cocky kid that was a nerd that got
Yeah.
picked on. He got these superpowers, and he becomes this alter ego that he has within himself. It's all symbolism, obviously.
Yeah. And Tobey Maguire looked like he was in his early 30s.
Yeah,
I mean, he was pretty close to his early 30s in the movie, like in real life.
Right.
So,
But they did it well, where he kind of went from looking really skinny to actually putting on a little. Like he definitely. So I want to see kind of how they do that.
No, but he looked like a grown.
Oh no, he definitely looks like. I'm not arguing that. That's definitely not.
Yeah,
He's looking at his 401k.
So
he had his midlife crisis in 3.
Yep, that's it.
all right. Now can we?
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm good now. I'm good
Okay.
now. Got it out.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Have we talked about the Star Wars trailer? I don't think we did we?
We've talked about Star Wars in the past. I think it was only on the teaser.
But not the actual trailer.
Not the trailer. Yeah, we talked about like the handguard.
Yeah,
and, like,
that's right.
The new saber.
I think I've stopped watching trailers of movies that I'm interested in, because once you I want to just watch the teaser and then call it a day, because I read that just some trailer. Oh, that one. Yeah, they said that reveals so much of
buddy.
the plot.
But see, I think that talks to how bad of a movie. If your trailer shows the whole movie, you probably don't have a great movie.
Right.
If you have to show the entire plot.
I mean, you're basically begging people to see it now.
Right.
Just like, come on, look at what happens. Look who's in it. It's awesome.
Exactly.
I didn't watch that one, and I don't plan on it.
I haven't seen it.
All right, okay, look.
Don't do it.
It's
because the last 10 seconds. If they would have left that out of the trailer,
It would have been awesome.
You would have gone to that movie and been like, "Fuck yeah!" But because it's in the trailer, you can go to that movie and be like, "Okay."
I talked to my brother about this. He's a big Superman and Batman fan, and he had seen the trailer. I saw the trailer, and like I was like, "So what'd you think of it?" And he's like, "I mean, it was good, but I don't know." And I'm like, "Yeah, I hope there's another twist in this, because like we were talking about in the past with the like Terminator trailer, how they revealed this big twist in it. Like I really hope there's something else in this movie, something else, because they unveil something really big in the trailer.
For yourself.
Yeah, whatever.
Just don't watch the trailer.
Don't watch a trailer. I mean, it's a good trailer, but it really reveals too much. And I hear what you're saying about it being like a sign of it maybe not being that great of a movie, because I think of it as like, okay, think of it if it was a person. If they're showing off everything they got,
showing them titties
from Jump Street,
doesn't really care, right?
They don't have anything to really.
I can get my nut,
right?
Yeah,
unless they some really good titties.
Then I'm trying to see them titties for an hour and a half.
Right. Maybe 2 hours.
I mean,
or
we've all done that. We've all just an hour and a half. You know, I got an hour and a half.
Jerk off for an hour and a half.
Hey, man, sometimes you got some free time.
Solid hour and a half.
Speak for yourself.
Of just
you get a nice bath going. You know.
jerking it.
Get a nice bath going. Add in, introduce some Mr. Bubbles. You know,
light some candles. Get real sensual up in here, man.
Hey man, what are you up to? Not much. Watching the game. There's not a game on tonight, Marco.
Hey,
man.
You're asking a lot of questions, man. You want to know some stuff? I can tell you. I can tell you. Very superstitious. So that's the same thing that they were saying with the Star Wars trailer. The more trailers that they put out, the more that they reveal of the plot. Like the first couple of trailers, there was no Mark Hamill. Now there's like a tease of Mark Hamill.
Mm-hmm.
There was no John Boyega. His character, you didn't see him wielding a lightsaber until this last trailer. So there's stuff that it's kind of like, okay,
that's enough.
Starting to show some nipples.
Stop doing it.
Yeah, but he looks like a scared bitch. He looks like a scared bitch when he turns it on.
Yeah.
And Kyle was in front of him, but
who knows?
How far into the movie is that? Is it in the beginning?
Oh,
are those scenes interstitched?
That's another thing that I wanted to bring up.
Can't bring the
have we talked about like the Star Wars merch and that it's
everywhere?
Everywhere.
And it's Disney Boy.
Okay, but here's my problem with it. I'm seeing people walking around with like Kylo Ren shirts on and like buying the lightsaber and stuff. The movie's not even out yet. Kylo Ren could be a terrible character.
Right.
You did talk about this.
Death Star laptops at
we did?
Right
okay, alright. We went into this a little bit.
I remember hearing about it last episode.
But it's just but
it's true.
But you should do stuff like that, and I get that Disney bought it and they're trying to make as much money as they can
Hype,
before the
hype,
movie.
hype, hype,
right.
hype, hype,
I mean,
hype.
they broke it. They
If
broke
you go down
websites to get tickets.
downtown Disney, if you just because like you can go to downtown Disney, it's just bars and stuff,
Right.
But they still have Disney stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Which every store is loaded. I mean, you can buy a Yoda whole rubber mask.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I meant.
He's probably not even in the movie.
Tell my
And,
girlfriend
like,
to wear that. Yeah,
There you go.
this dick you want.
No, you
Come you will.
Add a little something. Even though they're giving away a lot in these trailers, I'm still okay with it because the previous Star Wars movies are very good at taking these tiny scenes and like spreading them out throughout the film so that even though you see a lot of different things, there's still a lot of development that could be had just because they do spread it out like that.
right.
Like
Maybe.
Star Wars clips filled with just little clips here and there. And it goes to the next scene, and it goes to the next scene. Not like a traditional movie where there's only 2 spoilers or 2 flips. And
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like they get a bit of the benefit of the doubt, being Star Wars, first of all, as being a beloved series, but also because, like,
George Lucas is involved.
that too, but R.I.P. George Lucas. But I'm future-proofing this podcast. Okay? It's going to happen someday.
We gotta cover those bases.
Yes. Anyway.
Oh my god! Yo, if he dies tomorrow,
Hey,
like
that's
that's
prophetic then.
Hey. It wasn't
But
me.
this podcast out tomorrow if he
Yep.
dies.
Yep.
They just be like,
Yep. Boom. So anyway, what I was saying was, I think that specifically with Star Wars, it gets a bit of an upper hand when it shows a bit more, because we don't know the full story of what's going on. There's still a lot of mystery in this Star Wars episode, I guess you call it. Whereas with a lot of the superhero stuff, I feel like we assume a lot of these stories. Like, we know generally how Civil War is going to go.
Well, first off, because the superhero movie is formulaic.
Yeah, well, that too. But I mean, you could say the same thing about sci-fi, and like, okay, the hero's going to win, Kylo Ren's going to die, and you know, like, whatever. But
I hope not.
Is it Kilo or Kylo?
Kylo.
right.
Kylo, Imager.
Kilo.
Yeah, he's selling drugs.
See, now,
yeah,
do you think because
Kilo Ren is a dope
Star
rap name.
Wars- The original,
You gotta
Star
do it.
Wars.
You gotta do it.
Did you ever see a
Hold-
trailer
hold.
for that?
The original Star Wars.
trailer.
Yeah, it goes Star Wars.
Now, I've never seen. I don't know if they had an original one. Is it because we're so over like, and that maybe that's just like being like an old thing and saying like, oh, because we can get this immediately, we can. It's so different where like because we're gonna how long we've known Star Wars is gonna come out? 2 years and some odd like
Yeah.
So like is that
The ticket sales will never be beaten.
No.
Not for a long
There's
time.
I mean, there's not maybe Avatar.
No.
Avatar's not going to beat this.
no
Avatar is
There's not the hype
because
for
you gotta
Avatar.
think the older
Star Wars has
generations,
three
one Star
generations.
Wars.
3 generations exactly.
Yeah.
3
Exactly.
generations of people that want to spend money to watch it.
okay.
And then a fourth if you wanna say new.
Didn't we do the top 5 grossing movies of all time?
Yeah.
Wasn't Avatar like
How about
3?
what about sequels?
Only because
Yeah.
of
About
the,
sequels.
No.
Because it's a sequel. Because Avatar took everybody by surprise because it's a 3D experience.
Exactly.
Right,
It's
when-
one of the first
Everything's so
3D
blue.
experiences.
Holy shit.
Okay, but that movie's going to come back and it's going to be in IMAX and it's going to be in 3D. That's what's going to make it make more
But there's
money.
only one generation that's going to want to see it.
I
The
think-
one that saw it when it came out.
I think the
You're not going
buzz.
to get your dad to go watch it. You can get your dad to go
All right,
watch Star Wars.
we're gonna look at the gross. Well, we're gonna come back to
Gone
this.
with,
Okay.
Gone
Yeah,
with,
go with the
Gone-
numbers,
Gone
Mark.
with the Wind
No.
is one of the highest grossing movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
When adjusted for inflation.
Fair enough.
one of the
You're right.
longest.
I'm wrong for that. You're right.
No, but it is. You're right.
So,
What I'm saying is when that movie, you're right. It took everybody by surprise. But we have what? Now we have 5-6 years of retrospect.
Yeah.
People are done with the 3D movie.
It's not really that good of a movie.
Well, yeah, and that's my point. Is that I think the way that Avatar is remembered is not in the same light that Star Wars is remembered.
Right.
So there's going to be less hype. There's going to be hype, obviously.
I mean,
but
it's going to be an event. They're going to have a theme park
Yeah.
based around this
Yeah.
movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were already working on it.
I don't know about that gamble, man.
I think
like
it's a terrible game.
Avatar, Star Wars.
I did.
And
I
Avatar.
rewatched it recently.
I
Yeah.
know a guy that
Subpar
does
movie.
the
Yeah,
artwork
subpar
for
movie.
the park right
It
now.
really is a
and they're
subpar
literally
movie.
building the floating.
It's not great.
I felt like every basic. It felt it was a
Avatar's getting
basic.
a park?
movie.
I've seen
Yes,
pictures.
Avatar's getting a park. Yeah.
The mountains are literally floating.
Well, I mean, it's like, I mean, how could you, like, how poorly timed? Like, the movie came out in, what, 08?
Yeah.
And now a park is going to come out 8 years later?
I mean, I think they were...
And then a movie 10 years later?
You want to talk about poorly timed? What about the movies coming out on the same day? Star Wars.
What? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would just say, you know what? Not today, folks. Wrap it up. Don't... The only movie that should be in theaters is Star Wars. It should be just each fucking house, like each just be a block.
Avatar.
Star Wars and Avatar. That's it.
Need to see some aliens tonight.
Oh man!
But if you want to go see a movie by yourself and not see anybody, you got that.
Yeah, that's true.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
You don't want that weird guy sitting next to you.
When you're a small demographic.
Let the weird guy go to another weird movie. Like, you don't have to sit next to him. Like, you can sit next to some like 8-year-old kid wearing Yoda ears. Like, I don't want like a 70-year-old guy that smells like pee sitting next to me while I'm watching.
You've had some bad movie
Oh,
experiences.
it's not good. I know it's a little weird.
Yeah.
I've had crying babies, but somebody smelled like piss next to me.
I read a thing online that said some guy bought out the entire theater of Star Wars so he can watch it by himself.
That was pretty funny. He had like a stack of tickets.
I didn't see that, man.
Nobody.
I kind of wish.
I don't want to see it by myself like that.
Well, you don't have to see it by yourself. You go, here's to my closest friend.
I
Yeah.
guess that's true. That would be fun.
Aren't gonna fucking throw popcorn at me and bring their baby.
It's a real good like birthday idea. You know?
That'd be
Or just general rich guy idea.
Or, if you talk through your teeth. You see the Star Wars.
8 or 9 people watch the movie. That'd be fun. I don't know. We talked about avoiding the movie theaters in the past, but I like the eventfulness of it.
I like the way the new movie theaters are doing it, where they have the nice seats. They do like if you go to like the downtown theater.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Like, I think that's a fantastic idea. You spend a little bit more, but you also avoid some people that don't want to spend it. Like, I'll pay $2-3 extra to not deal with crying babies.
Yeah.
Like, you're not taking, and you can get actual food. You're not eating it. Right, and you can get beer. I mean,
Right.
come on now.
Yeah, that's great.
AMC and Altamont has a bar.
Yes.
Nice. Enzian as well.
That's crazy.
Can't bring the drinks from the bar into the movie theater.
So that's the
Thank you.
I think you can.
the downtown one. You can bring beer into it because we went down to see a movie and it was fantastic. Like, everywhere should do this.
Yeah. And I think that's
Touch my fucking mic cord one more time.
I'm sorry.
Jump across this table.
Listen, I hear it.
Touch your mic cord.
I'm gonna touch your mic cord. No, I think that's kind of the way of the future for movie theaters because it's getting harder and harder to get people to go out.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you can stream everything.
Yeah.
I mean, not that any of us do that.
No,
that's
no,
illegal.
Only when we buy it.
Right.
Duh.
Exactly.
Plead the fifth.
Fifth. Moving on.
Speaking of Star Wars, George Lucas, people who need to retire, Kobe Bryant.
Oh.
That was a killer way. I gotta give a little clap for that.
Thank you,
Bryant is the George Lucas of the NBA.
I mean, honestly, that's not a bad comparison. A guy's tinkering
Then
with
why
a
don't you come over
season.
here? I'll get over there.
Fuck you.
God, we should do that for an episode.
We'll just have him sitting here and...
Maybe the last episode.
Wear your
before he-
stupid glasses.
Before he has to leave.
I don't know
Last
why they have to be
episode.
stupid glasses. They could just be regular glasses that people wear.
Sorry.
That's good.
I'm gonna
I picked these out myself. My mom was there. She says they look nice. I don't know why they
She said they framed my face. I agreed. I don't know. The glasses lady was really okay.
She called me handsome. They're not stupid, Gavin.
You're stupid, Gavin.
Anyway, Kobe Bryant. Kobe.
I'm gonna miss him.
You gonna miss him?
I'm gonna miss him because everybody hates him.
Okay, before we get into that, let's give the people a little bit of backstory if they haven't heard.
He plays the basketball.
Kobe Bryant, 5-time NBA champion,
20 seasons.
He's been around forever.
MVP, 14-time All-Star. I mean, he's basically an institution.
He's real good at the basketball.
He's one of those basketball player guys.
Some real ugly shoes.
He did have some
Those
fugly
like
ass
the
shoes,
really
man.
the black
it was
they
the
hyped
Kobe
up really
2s.
big.
Yeah,
and
the
pushed
foam
moon-
blocks.
Yeah, the moon
the moon
and
boots.
it looked
Man,
I wanted one until I saw that.
Ugh.
He hyped him up. Like, I was like, yeah. And I didn't like he, like, the Lakers, like, I'm a big, like, Philly sports fan. And, like, 2001, the Sixers, who were just awful at basketball.
One of my favorite series of all time.
Went there, and and they beat us.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I
Beat you bad, too.
Oh, bad. We won the first game,
And then that was it.
and that was it.
So Kobe Bryant has announced he's going to retire, and he's doing the whole this trendy thing that sports figures do now where they announce their retirement a season ahead and then they go on a suck me off tour for the rest of their season.
Yeah.
And
pretty much.
A lot of people have had
that article.
A lot of people have had varying opinions on it. Deadspin wrote an article about how Kobe Bryant should fuck off. And Kobe Bryant should retire immediately, and Kobe Bryant should not be swimming in the adulation of the NBA and its
the swan
and its fans
song.
and doing this thing, because I think mainly Kobe Bryant is having the worst season of his entire career. He is shooting a season low 31%.
And last season.
He's shooting
Last season too, yeah.
19% from the 3-point line. He is averaging 15 points a game, which is his lowest of his entire career.
Because he's old.
I mean, he's old. He just can't. It's not just that he's old, because he's not that old. He's 37.
But 20 years in this season. 20 years.
20.
He's
I mean,
been playing
20
since
years.
he was 18.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, he's honestly, in my opinion, definitely top 10. You can make an argument for top 5 of all time. It's not just that he's old. It's that he doesn't. It's that Kobe Bryant's, in my opinion, his priorities are: I'm going to chuck as many shots up as possible. I'm going to get my numbers as high as possible, and then I'm going to retire. He shot. Of course he would. So this article that Colin just pulled up: Kobe Bryant requests no more gifts, on-court ceremonies during the farewell tour. He doesn't want any more gifts, no more standing O's. Whenever guys retire a season early, that's what they do. Derek Jeter did this. Rivera, he did this. Derek Jeter, he announces his retirement, and again, Derek Jeter was another guy who he was putting up career lows across the board.
Don't you fucking talk about Derek Jeter in this house.
I'm sorry, he was not good anymore.
I will kill you.
You're a Mets fan.
I'm not a Mets fan. Get the fuck out. How long have you known me?
I've seen you with the Mets hat once.
Get out of here.
Who is a Mets fan, though?
Nobody, except for people from Queens.
And your family.
No, my uncle's a Mets fan, and he's
and we don't even like that guy. He touched me once. So, Derek Jeter...
We don't talk about
same guy. Kobe Bryant doing the same thing. He's putting up career lows across the board, and he's going on this farewell tour. Of course, he would say that because that's Kobe Bryant's personality. That's the kind of guy that he is. But if he really felt that way, then like that Deadspin article said, just retire.
Well, they said fuck off.
I mean, fuck off.
Yeah.
I mean, all these... Go ahead.
Here's why I don't think this will last.
What will last?
This trend of athletes announcing their retirement a year in advance. Because the athletes that we know from the golden days, from the 70s, 80s, 90s, that we look fondly upon with documentaries that we let our kids watch, they didn't announce. So this is when we look back on their careers, when we can, have some sentimentality and retire their jerseys. With people retiring early and you enjoying them while they're still in the league, they're getting that now. They're not going to get it later on in life because they got it now.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit about Larry Bird when I was growing
Okay, here's why I think you're wrong. Look at the numbers of the ticket prices for his farewell tour.
It's going up so bad. Even the Sixers.
Every Lakers game has shot up 1,000%.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not just the ticket prices. It's advertising. It's the league. Everyone across the board is making more money than they will ever make.
He's locked into a contract.
Now it's popular. Right now, it's going to kill. He's going to do
the
everything
season's
right now.
Right.
Even if that in 5 years, when he wants
Even if he's like, you're right,
10 years when everybody else would get this, he would. He's not going to get that. There's going to be nothing. And Kobe's just going to be gone.
Yeah.
Kobe isn't. Nobody really likes Kobe. Kobe doesn't have a. It's like Michael Jordan. What did Michael Jordan do? He retired. This is his second retirement. He then tried to play with the Wizards, and no one really even remembers that.
No.
And then he owns a team, but it's just like, all right, you're kind of done. You don't coach. You don't do anything. And Kobe's not going to go sportcast. He's not going to sit on SportsCenter and be an analyst.
It's going to be another 20 years before we start reminiscing about Kobe Bryant because we're fucking sick of it after a season of doing it.
We get inundated with
They're
Kobe.
already playing his early games on ESPN.
I disagree. I disagree.
I did see that.
I disagree.
Maybe that's what the PR guys are saying. Maybe instead of doing a Jordan, taking a step away from the sport for a couple years and then coming back, why don't you announce it that season? It's almost the same thing. The moment you announce it, you're already retired. You're already doing your comeback season for the rest of the season.
That is true.
If you've got one foot out the door, then why should anyone?
Why don't you do that for a living?
Why should anyone believe that he's got his mind in the game, that he cares about
I'm
winning?
retiring the podcast.
It doesn't make any sense. But no, I think you're wrong. I think we're going to look back fondly on his career. I think every season somebody was going to bring up Kobe Bryant. I mean, people still talk about Michael Jordan. He's been retired, like you said. He retired 3 times. People still talk about Michael
but he's
Jordan.
got nice shoes.
But when he came back, he didn't say, I'm coming back, but I'm also going to be done at the end of the season.
No, he didn't do that. Because you're right. The Golden Era guys didn't do shit like that because, I mean, they were real men. They didn't do shit like that. But, I mean, now, I guarantee you, this is not a one-off thing. Everybody who retires... Brett Favre did it.
Brett Favre bounced the 3 teams.
Yep.
And then
Then
it's
it was
like, all
like-
right. And then there was like an whole dick pic thing. And then it was like...
Yeah,
it
then
was
it was over.
It was like, yeah, maybe like...
I'm telling you, this is not a trend. This is how guys are going to retire from now on. This is.
You think LeBron's going to go out this way?
Yes. I think LeBron's going to do the same thing. I think this is how you get, because these guys they're money minded first.
Yes.
They
Unless
don't
he gets
care
shot.
about their legacy.
Oh
What?
God.
Why would you?
Unless he gets shot first.
Why? I guess that is.
I mean, that's fair.
I guess that's a danger that people have to be concerned with.
You know, if he does, you're going to be the prime suspect at this point.
Yeah.
Unless he gets shot first. You know what I'm saying? But these guys, they care about money
IJS.
first. Money first, legacy second. If Kobe Bryant cared about his legacy, he would have retired before the season started. Because
$30 million.
right, Kobe Bryant at the age that he's at, which I think is age 36 or 37. He's one of the worst players in the league, and he is the highest paid player this year. He's making $30 million on a 2-year contract. He is making so much money to play the worst basketball he's played in his 20 seasons of playing basketball.
And then he's gonna go
Can
to
you
Europe.
imagine that?
Ticket sales.
Ticket sales. I mean, he's putting the Lakers franchise in the fucking garbage can.
Hey, there's nobody
He
else.
doesn't.
Who else is on that team? Name one other player.
I mean, I
Nick
could-
Oh, it
Jonas.
feels so good. Love it.
What?
Like,
I hate the Lakers.
but see,
No, I
everybody
mean,
loves to hate them, though. And
Yeah.
I think right now everybody's loving the fact that they're terrible. And the Clippers, who nobody
That's
ever
the future
thought.
of LA.
Right,
The
and everybody's
Clippers.
saying. But see, no one...
But even they can't get it done.
Yeah.
What a twist.
What a twist.
Growing up, Lakers were garbage.
I know, the Clippers were like, cool. I guess
Cool. All right, another team in LA. Anyway, Lakers are here.
Moving on.
I just want to say, to cap this off, Kobe Bryant is, I think, one of the best players of all time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
No
I
question.
do think that he deserves the fucking... I think he deserves the adulation that he's getting.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish that he would go...
The ejaculation.
The ejaculation that he's getting. Everybody's coming every time he walks into a building. It's like streamers coming down every time he walks in, like confetti being blown off. Just, I think he deserves it, but I mean, I wish these guys would stop going about it this way. I can't stand turning the TV on and him getting a 4-minute standing ovation for playing the worst basketball. No one even picked him up in my fantasy. One guy picked him up just out of like respect.
You know
They
who's
picked him
not
up.
going to do that? Tim Duncan. He's just...
No, you're
He's
right.
an old
Tim
school
Duncan.
guy.
Yeah, he's a golden era, old school guy, so he probably won't do that.
Yeah.
Kobe's
Is Tim Duncan putting up better numbers than?
Yes.
Oh, Tim Duncan.
Tim
Yes.
Duncan puts up almost the same numbers now as he did in his prime.
Yeah, Tim Duncan is
fucking-
he's a model of consistency.
He's-
15 points, 10 rebounds.
Plateau player.
He's
Yeah.
just not very...
Just he's reached it, and he's just stayed on this consistent mark for I don't
Maybe
know.
he's
15
just,
years.
he's not trying. Maybe it's just God-given talent.
Tim Duncan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. He stayed in great condition.
Yeah.
Every year people talk about like what he does in the offseason to stay in good shape. Like he just eats, sleeps, and shits basketball.
Stayed with the same
I heard this
team,
on
loves his
another
team.
podcast that they were talking about how like greatness and everything. And Tim Duncan is humble.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan is humble. All these guys that are humble, that nobody.
They
He
put
never
his house
boasts.
on fire.
He just is like, guys, I'm gonna go out and
He
play
went to San
basketball,
Antonio,
and I'm
put
gonna
his
do.
house on
Where
fire.
Kobe, you see, and Kobe does all this nonsense. LeBron always talks about, oh, I'm not trying to be great, and then just this, does that,
Yeah.
all these crazy stuff. But like Tim Duncan is by far one of the best basketball players
Yeah.
in the NBA.
Yeah.
But nobody in your mind, you don't originally jump to him because you're like,
Well, because he's the big fundamental man. He's not an exciting guy to.
he's not exciting.
No,
he's
he's
not
not.
exciting.
He just plays basketball.
He shows up and he does his job.
Right.
Yeah. Just
you
plays
never
the
get
game of
credit
basketball.
for that. You're
No.
never going to get credit for that.
I mean, he will when he retires.
Oh, definitely.
People are gonna like lose their shit over that too.
But that's
But,
the thing. we're gonna fucking celebrate his documentaries. When Kobe's comes out, we're gonna watch it once and be like, yeah, I saw that before.
I don't know, man. I disagree with that. I still think Kobe Bryant's legacy I think it'll definitely outshine Tim Duncan's. I mean, we love Tim Duncan, but I mean, Kobe Bryant, there's more to talk about in Kobe Bryant's story than there is to Tim Duncan's story. Tim Duncan, like you said, he showed up, he played basketball, he won championships, then he retired.
Never cheated on his wife.
Kobe Bryant raped people.
One, bitch.
Allegedly.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
He allegedly raped somebody, then he came back and scored 81 points, second highest of all time. So there is more to talk about with Kobe Bryant.
All right, Kobe, you got to make people forget about this.
So yeah, his story's always gonna be his story's. I mean, he had the thing with Spike Lee, like the Being Kobe Bryant or whatever the fuck that shit was called. It was like super slow mo of Kobe Bryant, just like, yeah, this is when I did that crossover move. And you're like, what the fuck am I watching?
What are you talking about?
Him and Spike Lee,
is that
they
a
teamed
dream
up.
you had?
No, this was a real thing. This is a real thing. Him and Spike Lee, they got together and they did like this documentary of like how Kobe Bryant sees the game and how he plays the game and stuff. And it was just like this narcissistic, like both of them patting themselves on the back of like Spike Lee's filmmaking abilities and Kobe Bryant's basketball playing
in that
abilities.
very moment, Spike Lee's like, I'm gonna make a video game.
You know what? This is fucking easy. I can make a video game.
I just made one right now.
Kobe Bryant. So all in all, Kobe Bryant, fuck off. I love you, but fuck off.
Fuck off, man. Seriously.
Fuck off, dude.
Has
Alright.
nothing after he's done.
Get to the beers.
Yeah, let's get to the beers. Good
Yep.
call, man. Beer number 1. What you brought, Colin?
Barrel Monks,
Monks.
Father Christmas.
What'd you guys think?
Ho, ho, ho.
He was holding on to that the entire episode. He was holding on to
What,
that.
my penis or that line?
That's the top barrel stuff you got, sir.
Ooh, yeah, you pale in comparison. Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan.
Give us a number.
I mean, I really like that one. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 6.
5 out of 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite styles, so.
By the way, Colin, ratings in the podcast are out of 6 in honor of the 6-pack.
The almighty.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Me?
Who? Me?
I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 6. I did enjoy it.
Colin?
I mean, I love this beer. I definitely give it I would say 5 out of 6 is good. It's not my favorite beer of all time, but
Yeah.
it definitely is a solid beer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 4.5. I did enjoy it, like the spices. It's pretty good. Only reason I give it a 4.5 is because the stout wanted to give it a 5. I thought it was a half step better.
In comparison, yeah.
So,
All right.
Boom. There's mine. 5.
I'd probably give it. I mean, you got a point. It was a very, very good stout.
It is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And, it says what it was, and it delivered.
Yeah.
You know, I was initially going to go for 4.5, but now that I'm remembering it, that's a 5. That's a 5.
Now that I remember.
I forgot the first one, though.
Explained it that way.
Yeah, no, because I remember the coffee tones. I'm a big fan of the coffee stout flavor.
That's what came through, and that's what pushed it over.
So that's also a 5.
Yeah.
Same.
5.
I can't argue with that.
All right.
5.
5s for the milk stout.
2 5s and
4.5
2 4.5s.
for the Barrel of Monks. So, both very solid beers. Both recommended.
So, real quick, Barrel Monks. If anybody's going to Maple Bacon Coffee Porter Day at
sounds
Funky Buddha,
Where's that? What's that?
that's so Funky Buddha makes a beer that's a Maple Bacon Coffee Porter. Every year they have an event. It's down south. It's a really cool event. I'm going this year. It's like $75. You get 4 bottles, 4 like big bottles, bombers, and you get some food. You get to try a bunch of beers, and it's a nice event. So they're going to be there. A couple of their beers. They make a bunch of Belgian stuff. They're going to be there. It's a great thing. Definitely, if you can, check it out.
Nice.
Cool.
They're going to be, where else are they going to be? They said Hunapoo Day, which, I mean,
Yeah.
Hunapoo Day is big. They just announced officially the outrageous prices they're going to be charging for Hunapoo Day. Yeah. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but
Yep.
What is that?
Hunapoo is a stout that Cigar City makes that is
Cigar City stout.
rare
Now I'm on board.
and great. It's fantastic, but it's such a bizarre event. I mean, it's fantastic beer, but it's It's so outrageous. Like the tickets are for 4 bottles. It's $200.
Okay, never mind. I'm off the ship now. Not gonna pay that much. Sorry.
It's just expensive. I mean, like you get to taste all these rare beers and you get food, but it's like it's $200.
Yeah.
Fuck that. This has been the One Barrel Podcast. My name is Marco Dupa for Adam Obesius Rodriguez.
Yep.
Sports with Dave Romero. Gavin Benner off camera. And thank you, Colin, for joining us.
Definitely appreciate y'all.
Everybody, have a good night. And drink delicious beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Quick story, real quick. This is whatever. I don't care if you put it, if you cut it or anything.
Bonus.
So you remember how I was in New Mexico this week,
Nice.
and I was working in the VA in Albuquerque, and while I was there, the building got locked down because there was an active shooter on base.
Oh yeah, you texted that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were stuck in the basement for about an hour. We couldn't move, we couldn't leave, and we're Googling, trying to figure out what happened, and we see the news stories. And today, a coworker that was there with me sends me an article, and they caught the shooter.
Oh.
And his
Nice.
name was Bubble Wrap.
Bubba Wrap?
What?
Industrial bubble wrap was being popped, and someone mistook it for
What?
gunfire. And they locked
Come
me.
on.
Shut up.
Oh my god.
To be fair, it was the same day as the San Bernardino
Yeah.
shootings.
Yeah.
Wow.
But someone was just minding their business, popping bubble wrap.
What does that even look like, though? Like, is that like just an outrageously big bubble?
I guess, and I guess it's loud enough to alarm someone.
Jesus.
Maybe they were in like a long hallway. It was just like
An empty hangar, just like. But yeah,
that is incredible.
Yeah,
The start screen of Metal Gear Solid.
Insane. So,
That
like,
is insane.
how does that, like, what do they do? Like, what do they, because, like, I can't imagine what goes down. In that.
I mean, it was pretty cool because we were in the basement and like we're just sitting there, and they we didn't know what was going on. They call like hike something, like hike 40 something, shelter in effect, and we're just sitting there like, what the fuck is that? In the back of my head, I'm like, probably a shooter, probably shooting somewhere because I just saw the San Bernardino stuff.
Yeah.
And the project manager is there, and he gets a call from the pharmacy director, and she's like, hey, where are you? And he's like, we're in the basement. He goes, okay. Or she goes, okay, don't move because there's an active shooter on base. And like I was like, oh shit, okay, I guess I was right. And we all just kind of sat there, and you can hear like the security outside of the doors like trying to like sweeping to make sure all the doors were like locked or the rooms were empty. And they came in, but I mean we were in the basement the whole time, so we couldn't see anything. We left like right afterwards, and there were helicopters and cops everywhere for bubble wrap.
That's crazy.
Nice.